Welcome back, guys. This is a 30 in 30 challenge that I'm doing. Today we're working on this cell phone that ended up at the shop. Needs data recovery. This cell phone is pretty old. I think it's like a 2013 type of device. SGH-T339. It's called Samsung Galaxy Lite. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with this phone. Trying to repair it to get it to work is not going to be necessary today. This is a pre-encrypted phone. We're going to take it apart and take the memory component out, or even if we're lucky we'll find a schematic for ISP and just wire into it without having to remove the memory component and clean it. First things first, we need to get the phone pretty much taken apart. So I'm gonna power up my devices. So here's what we got. Just a bunch of screws that need to be taken out. It's been a while since we got one of these older phones, and recently just been kind of trying to stay away from phones in general. There's plenty of places that work on these devices and do an amazing job. Most of the phones that are being built right now, they're encrypted unless encryption had been disabled, so recovering off the chip is no longer an option. Getting into a cell phone repair for now is not something I want to participate in, but they're still fun to work on, and we'll see if we can get this one. So the most of the time what's used to read those out would be an eMMC adapter such as this. We'll try something different today. We're gonna try PC3000, the breakout board for MMC and protocol, and I think it's gonna be interesting. And also I'll be doing this on PC3000 at least for the first time, so I want to also see how that works. So I gotta get this frame off of there. The frame is off. Disconnect the headphone jack. And the screen. And we're done. So the screen is off. That was pretty easy. I wish all phones were like that. Camera comes off. Alright, well, what do we have here? We're gonna need to take out this component, this SanDisk component right here, because that's where all of the data is, unless we can find a schematic online somewhere that will describe a breakout using the component side, because the pins that we're going to connect, they also come out and connect with something on the board. I don't have schematics like this, but Google is our friend. Galaxy, let's go Galaxy Lite. Galaxy Lite. Galaxy Lite. No way. Lock this in. Gotta love snow removal, guys. Working outside when you record a video. There. I'm gonna need a scraper. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna use low heat to get rid of the silicone. There's silicone that surrounds the component to first of all protect it from moisture, but also kind of give it extra bonding with the board. So I use very low heat here, only the lowest on the setting, 150, just to get the silicone worked up. Then we're gonna swap out for a knife edge blade and clean the surface. Yeah, some of those ground pads are really hard to heat up with the iron, but this will definitely flatten everything out. So here are the signals that we need to connect to our chip. We need VCCQ, we need VCC, we need clock, we need command, data 0, and ground. That's all we need if we want to establish eMMC connection. And to establish eMMC connection, what we need is a schematic that will show us what that connection looks like. Here's a schematic for you. For example, this is exactly the device that we have, and we're gonna wire it in the exact same way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these points that are set up here for clock, command, VCCQ, data 0, ground, and VCC, and just pre-tin them for the chip. So let's go ahead and do that. Film extraction on. This is the power. This right here is ground. This is data 0. This is command, this is clock, and this is VCCQ. And we run these connections. So first one is going to be VCCQ. So it's right there, and it's going to run to down here. Then we're going to go with the command. Hold on a second. Then we're gonna put in the clock. Power. Ground. And data channel, data signal. That's it. That's all we needed to do. Just one screw left. Now we connect. Let's put this away first. Now we connect PC3000. So first thing it's gonna ask us to do, it's gonna ask to use the adapter or not. We're gonna say yes, obviously. Up here we need to select SD card adapter. Select that, make that a copy, and we're gonna just make it into an image file. Based on our research, internal memory capacity of this device is 8 gigs. I'm gonna choose that. In parameters, we're going to go into SD card control parameters. We don't have a protocol set up yet, but we know it's going to be MMC protocol, and the bus speed is going to be set to 1 because we only have one wire running, right? So power up. And we have communication. There's our map. And the unit is now reading. We can see that it finds a bunch of different partitions. If we look at the partition tables, we're going to go after the biggest one, which is called user data. I'm going to select that, and we will probably build. Can we build a map for it? I don't know. Let's see what it's going to say. So we have Linux native ext4. We can build a used sectors map from bitmap, and that's going to read the bitmap out. Now this may not be the fastest process. We have 3.82 gigs of space used. I'm gonna select it all, go into scan chains, and we're just gonna wait until it's done. As you can see, this is going to take a while. The 5% mark it's giving us, it's not 5% of the entire process. This is 5% of first chain. We have 13,000 chains. So this is something I'm probably gonna leave for the weekend. Right now I'm just gonna disconnect it and resume it to before the weekend starts. But you guys can see how cell phone data can be extracted using PC3000. First time doing it with this adapter. I had some tests done previously with this adapter on Asus laptop that uses same technology for storage, and it worked great. So I don't see why it wouldn't work for cell phones. So I guess that's it. Other than just patiently waiting till it's done, we don't have many other options. The device is going to be disconnected now. I'm gonna leave it running for the weekend when no work is being done. Right now I don't want to preoccupy my PC3000 for reading the chip at such a slow speed. But over the weekend I'm sure it's gonna get through it, and on Monday I'll have all of the data for the client to notify. If you guys lost data on your digital media device and you need it back, make sure you check out the description box and reach out to us. We can help you out to get it back. This is a 30 in 30 challenge. I'm happy you guys are following it, and I'm motivating me to keep going. It's not simple, but I'm now in the mode, I'm now in the zone, and really want to just get those 30 knocked out. Who knows if by the time, you know, it's like going to the gym. First day it's always hard, and then your muscles hurt for 3 days. But then once you get used to the gym, you start pretty much enjoying it every time you go, you know. So I think this is going to be the same outcome here. Maybe by the time we're done with this challenge, producing videos will be something that is I look massively forward to. Not that I'm not right now, I do love making them. It's just biggest challenge for me when I make these videos is gathering up the footage together and remembering the chain of thought that I had when I recorded the flick. You gotta understand that a lot of these videos that I post today or tomorrow or the day after had been filmed not yesterday and not the day before that. They could have been filmed in April, they could have been filmed last year, they could have been filmed, well, pretty much most of them were filmed last year, but they could have been filmed almost in like 2020, and some of them that I really wanted to post, but there was just so many parts to the puzzle, because these cases, guys, this is a simple thing right now. We did it in one shot. Then editing is gonna be a breeze, but some of the videos I work on for days and weeks. So when you have footage spread across different storage devices and you need to piece it together, and it's not done just now, it's gonna be time consuming, you know, going through all the devices. I have a lot of SSDs I use for recording, so that's the biggest challenge for me. But the lesson that I'm taking away from all of this is that moving forward, the device I use for recording is called ATEM Mini Pro. It's a switchboard. It's located right there. It's got like 4 channels for HDMI input and then 1 output, and that 1 output synchronizes with recording, and whatever I see on the screen, I record to SSD. So during the mode I can obviously switch channels, and that is very useful. I don't have to get all of these different memory cards in one place, synchronize them on timeline, and figure out what's what. Everything is running as a stream, so it's extremely helpful in that way. But with that being said, when the project gets across several days, several weeks, and let's say I switched out SSD because I was working on something else in the middle, that's the mistake. that I was making. I would get a drive, there's 150 videos recorded on it, and they're named sequentially. They're not named per project how I want to name them, they're just named how the tool will name them, and that's a sequence. So the biggest challenge for me was to go through all of them, figure out what's what, name these videos per project, and classify them and sort them. This was a nightmare. Moving forward, what I'm gonna do is I have a dedicated SSD per project. Every project gets recorded onto a single SSD only. I print a sticker, I stick that sticker onto the SSD's label, onto the SSD's case, and I record to it, and then when time comes to edit, everything is in one place. So hopefully that's gonna speed things up for me and make it less of a drag. Thank you guys for watching again. I didn't want to stretch it out into half an hour, but there we are. And hopefully you enjoy these videos. Tell me if you would prefer videos to be shorter or longer. That's the thing. For me to make them longer is going to be easier, but I don't know how many of you will enjoy it. And I don't make these videos for myself. I make these videos for you guys so you can learn something, and I can share with you what goes on in my daily life at work. Thanks guys. This is way too overdone, and I am done for the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 30 in 30 challenge still goes on. We're still on track. Hopefully we're gonna carry on the same way. See you next time.